Good morning, everyone. I have Selena here in the video screen with me.
Hello.
And Abby's right next door.
Hi.
This one, because I'll be writing on the whiteboard, there's not really room to get all three of us in the screen. This is a lesson working with exponents, and some of you requested some work with expanded notation. That's something that was a goal that you wanted to get really good at, and that's a great goal. And so we'll be doing some expanded notation, and we'll be doing some powers of numbers. They are very closely related, the work that they do. And so it came up when Selena and I were looking at her 8th grade homework. She has her next lesson group on her math subject bar is about exponents. And I thought, oh, I have some great exponent lessons that would be good review for her before she starts her next work. But also it's work that some of you need. So these are 6th grade standards. So if you're not a 6th grader, you can do this work. But for those that are 6th graders, I want you to know that these are 6th grade standards. So learning about exponents and how exponents interact with each other and work with each other. And that's why Abby's here as well, because she's a 6th grader. So she needs this work, and Selena needs to review it. So exponents, if you remember, an exponent is when we have a number. So I'll just choose 2 because we've done a lot of work with powers of 2. When we have a number and then we have a little superscript or small number written up above it, like this, that is an exponent. And I can see that we're going to have a little bit of lag on our computer here. Okay, we are having a little bit of internet connectivity issues. We went down and reset the box, so hopefully that will fix our problem. Okay, so what I was saying was the exponent is the small number that's written up above our number that we're looking at. So this means 2 to the 2nd power. That's how we read this. This is powers. And so it looks like this. It's 2 times itself this many times. So 2 to the 2nd power is 2 times 2, because we have 2 2's. Of 2. If we had 2 to the 4th power, can you write out an equation for that, Selena? 2 to the 4th power, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So she has it. So she has it as 2 to the 4th power means 2 times itself 4 times. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, so now that we've had that quick refresher, we are going to get into our new work for today. So what we're going to do is we're going to do addition with powers. So addition means to put numbers together, and powers are those exponents when we look at them. So we're going to look at something here. I want to do 1 to the 0 power plus 2 to the 1st power plus 3 to the 2nd power plus 4 to the 3rd power plus 5 to the 4th power. Uh-oh. You can't see Abby's face, but she's making quite the like. I wish she was in this video because usually she's so stoic, and right now she's very interactive. Okay, so we are going to look at this, but first we need to break it down into its parts and look at it. So I know that when we do some algebra work, we talk about how we're going to take each piece at a time so we're not so overwhelmed. So let's look at this first one. 1 to the 0 power. Remember
That's
when
weird.
It's weird that it's to a 0 power?
Because it would be 1.
It is 1. Yes, so 1 to the 0 power is 1. We're used to seeing it like with powers of 2 material. 2 to the 0 power gives us our unit. So any number can go to the 0 power. It just always equals
1.
It always equals 1. So Selena, can you write what that equals down below? 1. And we're going to add that to, Abby, can you help me with 2 to the 1st power? What is 2 to the 1st power?
2.
2. I'll write it for you. Okay. Now, Selena, 3 squared or 3 to the 2nd power is 3 times 3 is
9.
9. Okay. Now, some of these we won't be able to do in our heads maybe. 4 to the 3rd power. 4 to the 3rd power is equal to 4 times, that looks like a plus, times 4. 4 times 4 times 4. That looks really, I'm going to write that again.
What's 6?
4 times 4 times 4. Selena says she knows that's, you can't see. She knows you can't see too. 16 times 4. And if we can't,
I know.
Abby knows.
64. wait.
She thought it was 64. That's
No.
64. Let's try it over here. 16 times 4. What's 6 times 4?
24.
24.
You can work on my back.
And 4 times 1?
4
Plus 2.
is 6. I said
64. Okay, she was right. She said it.
Abby.
She said it with a question mark in her mind. So I was like, Okay, now we're gonna do 5 to the 4th power. 5 times 5 times 5 times 5.
5 times 5 is 25. Yeah. 25.
So they said this was 25, and they're saying 25 times 5 is
125.
Yeah, we're gonna run out of space. This times that is 125, and 125 times 5? 125 times 5. What's 5 times 5?
25.
What's 5 times 2?
10.
Plus 2.
12.
5 times 1?
5.
Plus
six.
1.
6.
625. Okay. Now we're ready to add all that up. Let's look at our units. We've got a 1, a 2, a 9, a 4, and a 5. So I know that Selena's 2 that she wrote, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 2 more, 12, plus 4,
16.
16, plus 5,
21.
21. So we have a 1, and now we have a 2 in our tens place. I'm going to put it right here with there. You guys can probably remember the 2. I like to write it down. So we have 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 6.
10. That's 0.
0, and we bring it up here, and we add our hundreds together. We have a 6 and a 1.
7.
Whoa.
That's not as big as I thought it would be.
I don't know if you could hear Abby. She said that's not as big as she thought it would be. So 1 to the 0 power plus 2 to the first power plus 3 to the second power plus 4 to the third power plus 5 to the fourth power equals 701. 701. Okay, so this work doesn't have to be hard. It's really just doing the math we've already done. So Abby, what's your favorite number?
My favorite number is 13.
Okay, she wants to do 13, and we're gonna do that, say, to the second power. Plus, Lena, what's your favorite number?
21.
21 to the first power, plus my lucky number, which is also 21 because somebody copied me. 21 to the 0 power.
My number's unlucky.
Okay, so we can pick and choose which ones we think are, easier to do. We can do mentally. So 21 to the 0 power. 1. 21 to the first power.
21.
21. Can anybody do 13 times 13 in their heads? It's not a fact we normally practice, so let's write it down. 13
20
times
no.
13.
No. And it's way bigger.
3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 1 is 3. And then we're down into our tens place. We're cutting off, sorry. 1 times 3 is 3. And 1 times 1 is
1.
So 39 plus 130. There you go. 9 plus 0?
9.
3 plus 3?
6.
1 plus 0?
1.
So 13 squared is 169 plus 21 plus 1. Let's do that. 169. So 9 plus 1?
10.
Plus 1 more.
11.
We have 6 plus 2?
7. Wait, no, 8.
Plus 1?
9.
And 1 plus is nothing.
1. 191.
13 squared plus 21 to the first plus 21 to the 0 gave us 191. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Oh! Excuse me. So now you know how to add with exponents. So you can choose any number you want, whatever exponents you want. I would suggest staying in the lower exponents. I mean, you could do something to like the 15th power, but that would be a lot of work. Hello. I was just checking through the video that I recorded this morning, and I wanted to go ahead and pause the video there and have you do follow-up of just adding with exponents, and then there will be a second video for adding and subtracting with exponents, but that will be later. So first, for what I want you to do is to take what you've learned so far, adding with exponents, and do some follow-up. You can decide how many you need to do to share with me. Something that Abby was doing, and I don't have them here, she had some dice, Yahtzee dice, and she just would roll them out, and then those were the numbers she would use, and she would use exponents from 0 to 3, and that was something that she was doing, so that she had 5 Yahtzee dice that she was using. If you have any questions, just let me know. I can't wait to see your follow-up. I just can't wait to see what you guys do with adding with exponents. Have a great day. Bye-bye.